Hi guys, welcome back to Cloth with Cody and welcome to my bathroom. Today is the 5th day of the Flats and Handwashing challenge and our prompt was to show you our wash routine. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I use yesterday's rinse water for today's pre-wash to kind of save on water a little bit. So when I change Marcus, I just go ahead and throw the flat right in here. And then I hang my dirty covers on the side so they're not soaking. So this is just the fabric part of the diapers that I'm using, just the flats. And then my covers hang here so they're not soaking overnight. And then these just sit in here until the morning. After I take his morning diaper off, I go ahead and wash diapers. So the first thing I do is a pre-wash. I have my flats in there and then some water, and I just have it filled up like enough where it can still move, and I just go ahead and plunge it all around. Now last year I did not use rubber gloves. I didn't think it was necessary and my hands didn't really get dried out, but they definitely got sore from the wringing part. So this year I decided to use gloves. I think it makes actually the wringing easier because you can get like a better grip on the flats, and so I'm using just some rubber gloves that I got from Walmart, and I lost count here, so I do this like 40 times just to run some water through there and rinse out. The nice part about flats, Marcus is here, so if you see his little hand, say hi. The nice part about flats is they're really forgiving and really easy to clean, being that one thin layer. They don't take a lot of extra work to clean. And then after that, you go ahead and just dump out the bucket. And then I like to give the bucket a little rinse, so do that. So then after all the water is drained, I just go ahead and squeeze them out before putting them back in there. And when I'm putting them in there, I also like to unfold them, so if they are still in the fold from whatever we did for the diaper, I just go ahead and kind of unfold them so they're thinner. So once I have all my flats wrung out and in the bucket, I am ready to start the actual washing part. So I turn on the water, fill it up, and I also add some detergent. So this is just a little formula container that I use when I travel places. I just put the detergent in here so I wouldn't have to have the big box in here or walk back to the laundry room every time I needed to get some detergent. With hand washing, you don't need a lot of detergent. You're definitely not going to use what you use in your washing machine. So I just sprinkle some in here. It's about a tablespoon that I use. Just kind of fill it up in there. And then I just turn on the water all the way to hot. So it doesn't start out hot, but it ends up being pretty hot once it's finished. And then this is also when I will throw in my PUL covers, and I just let it fill up there. While it's doing this, I kind of just give it a little swirl so it can start getting sudsy. And then I go ahead and plunge again. Now the plunging kind of works as an agitator, just kind of agitates the diapers around. You could do this with your hands if you didn't have a plunger. If you had a washboard, you could scrub up against the washboard. Just something to kind of move the water and the detergent through all the diapers. Some people drill holes in their plungers if they are getting stuck at the bottom of the bucket a lot. I don't really have that issue, so I don't drill holes in my plunger. Alright, so once I plunge that for a good like 50-60 times, I just let it soak, make sure everything is wet, and I let it soak for about 15 minutes, and then I will come back and finish. So after that soaks for about 15 minutes, I just come back and plunge again another like 50 or 60 times. Then once I am done plunging, take my plunger out, and I go ahead and just give this a dump. You watching the water go out? Are you watching the water?
No, can't.
Rinse my bucket again. And then I fill the bucket up with water again for the rinse cycle, and do the same thing where I squeeze out my flats and put them in there. So I don't throw in the covers for the rinse process. I just rinse them under the running water while I'm filling the bucket, just because they don't really hold any absorbency or water, so they don't need to be agitated to rinse. And then I just set them to the side and squeeze the excess water out after. So I fill the bucket up with just clean water, and then I will go ahead and plunge another 50 times. Check the bucket for suds, and if there's not many suds left, I know I rinsed them well and they're ready to be wrung out really well and hung to dry. So after I get them all wrung out, I go ahead and just hang them right over my railing. If you saw my stash video, you know that my drying rack broke, so I am using just my deck railing, and I hang them, and then I just hang the wipes and fleece liners right over the top of the basket there. My covers here to dry, and they take a couple hours and they'll all be dry, and then I'll fold them and put them away to be used again. So I hope you enjoyed this hand washing video and kind of learned more about what to do for hand washing. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments and I can answer those for you. This is the 9th Annual Flats and Handwashing Challenge hosted by Cloth Diaper Revival. I will leave that link down in the description box as well, so you can check that out to learn more. And come back tomorrow for our open topic video where I show you something special that I have not done on my channel before. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you next time. Have a good day, guys.